What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm Reoz. I'm not here with my partner Dale, but we're back here for Monday. We got MLB on the slate. We got a smaller slate due to the weekend just being so jam packed with a ton of day baseball, night baseball. We know how the weekend goes. It's just a full slate of MLB. Starts at noon and goes all the way till 10 o'clock on Saturdays, and full slate on Sundays with a nightcap at 7 o'clock. So happy to be back, getting this video out. Excited, really locked in here on MLB. If you haven't used Prize Picks, though, you use promo code UPSTATE. You'll get a $100 deposit match up to $100. So highly recommend playing Prize Picks if you've never played player props before. It's very simple. You can mix and match sports. They cover a ton of stuff between esports, all four of the major sports. They got futures. It's really easy. You take over-unders on the player props. You match them up with 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. You can do a 2 pick power or a flex play. It's very simple. It's very easy. And me and Dal love doing the player props over here on Prize Picks. But we also offer some Patreon content. Everything will be linked in the description below. But we're doing a summer sale. We know NBA just finished up with the Golden State Warriors finishing off in Game 6. No NFL yet, but we're covering a ton of MLB every single day between the early slates and the main slates. We're going to be covering UFC fight nights, pay-per-views. We're going to be covering every single golf event. I had a really great time doing the U.S. Open. I'm going to continue doing that throughout all of the rest of the tournaments. I'm going to even do the live tournaments as well. I believe Prize Picks does those as well. So a ton of golf stuff, a ton of MLB, and obviously UFC is going to be over on the Patreon. You can find it at patreon.com/upstate. But let's dive right into the picks. This is a category I've been using a lot over on the Patreon. I've had really good success doing the pitcher fantasy score. I love the way that Prize Picks has done the points for the pitcher fantasy score. And the guy I want to talk about is Noah Syndergaard. We saw him struggle early. We saw a game against the Texas Rangers where he pitched very well. He went all the way into the 8th inning, which was really great to see. The huge thing for me here for the fantasy score is for every out, it's a point. His line's sitting at 29.5. I really like this over. We know there's a ton of strikeout upside with this Kansas City Royal lineup. We know Syndergaard, if pitching well, can go out there and get you 8 or 9 strikeouts, like we saw when he was pitching for the Mets. We haven't seen that great of pitching yet, but he has the capability. He's finally on a team where they're getting good, even though the Mets are really good right now. But we know this Angels team with Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, and unfortunately Rondon is done for the season. But there's a lot of bats on this team, a ton of great guys to help out Syndergaard to get the win here. They've also been playing very well. So at 29.5, if he can get the 6, maybe 7 innings with 5 strikeouts and not allowing any runs, maybe 1 or 2, I think he's still going to get the job done. He'll get the quality start, which is 4 points, and when he gets that win, that's an extra 6. So really like this pick over at the over here for Noah Syndergaard, over 29.5. The last guy I want to talk about is over in the hitter fantasy score. This is somebody who's been playing very well, and that's JD Martinez here. Love the matchup against Detroit here. He's been batting unbelievable. He's got a 336 average. He's got 8 home runs. He's got 26 RBIs. He's just been really hitting the ball well. I mean, it seems like almost every single game he's getting 2 or 3 hits. Last performance he went over 4, so this is a really good bounce back game against a really bad pitcher in Detroit. I mean, Detroit ranks bottom last in runs allowed. They're also giving up a ton of hits, and just the meat of this lineup for the Boston Red Sox. I mean, it's tough to go against Bogard, Devers. I mean, Trevor Story. I mean, this is just a really tough team, and it was kind of hard to choose between all 4 of them, but I really like JD here. He gives you a ton of upside. He seems to always find a way to get a double in the gap and score runs. So over 7.5 here, and that'll do it. I know this was a little quick. It was a little rusty. It's a little tough when you take breaks, but I'm gonna try to get at least three, maybe four videos out a week. I know the lines come out really late. These are either going to be coming out the night before or super early. So highly recommend turning on that bell notification, subscribe, like, and comment. I mean, drop any guys you guys want down in the comments, and I'll definitely get back to you with my thoughts. I've been really loving MLB. I've been doing really well over on the Patreon, and I want to give you guys some really good picks over here on the YouTube. So until next time, peace.